He kicked a wooden cow. After the wooden cow fell over, a guitar in a pile of junk caught his attention in the distance. He stood there staring at it for a long time. He never could have imagined that this guitar would one day make him famous. He picked up the guitar and went back home. His house leaned to one side as if it could collapse at any moment. It was barely being held up by a single wooden pillar. His father was a tough man. His mother was an expert at making meatballs. At the dinner table that night, the newly found guitar in the middle of the table caught everyone's attention.
Can you play on this little guitar?
No, but I was thinking to teach it to myself.
We will love whatever comes from you brushing on this little guitar.
Where blesseth you. From that moment on, the boy held the guitar tightly in his arms. He had always believed something his grandmother once told him. Everything happens for a reason. The next morning, his father got up early to inspect the wooden pillar. After that, he took the boy to school. Ever since finding that guitar, the boy carried it everywhere with him. He even kept it beside him during class. After class, he would sit on a bench with the guitar, studying the old instrument all by himself. After school, his father picked him up on time. His father had just learned that the boy's grandmother's condition had gotten worse, so he decided to take the family to visit her at the hospital. The boy then went to the hospital with his parents. His grandmother lay in bed all day and could barely move. She could only sit up slightly with the support of the hospital bed. After visiting her for a while, his parents prepared to leave with the boy. But at that moment, his grandmother glanced over and noticed the guitar the boy was carrying. She asked him to sing her a song, but the guitar was something the boy had only recently picked up. He still did not know how to play or sing with it. His parents could only helplessly take him back home. But as soon as they got home, the boy sat outside studying the guitar. He wanted to fulfill his grandmother's request and write a song especially for her. Even though his parents knew he did not understand music or guitars, they still believed in their son. Over the following days, the boy would sit alone after class studying the guitar. A girl who loved listening to music noticed him and slowly started developing feelings for him. She would always find excuses to get close to him. One day after class, just as the boy was getting ready to go home, a few kids noticed his guitar. Those kids ended up damaging it. When the father came to pick him up, he discovered several of the guitar strings had been broken.
What happened to your little guitar?
The boy said it was done by a kid who loved eating all the time. After hearing that, the father immediately wanted to find the child. Very soon, the father drove to the boy's house. Before even knocking, he deliberately showed off his intimidating side. After the door opened, the other boy's father was instantly frightened by his appearance. Only then did he learn that his son had broken the boy's guitar. To settle the matter, the boy's father deliberately took both father and son to a guitar shop. He made them pay to repair the damaged guitar. They even received a CD rental card. Only then was the matter considered resolved. Afterward, the boy's father drove the two of them back home. Before leaving, the boy's father gave the child a threatening warning. First, he told the boy stories about how fierce he used to be when he was younger. Then he warned the kid to smile whenever he saw his son again. Only then was the issue finally settled. After returning home, the boy happily ate dinner with his parents. Then he went back to his room and filled out the address on the CD rental card. The next day at school, he placed the rental card into the school's mailing box. But the moment he turned around, he saw several kids smiling at him. Clearly, his father's warning had worked. During that period, the boy was never bullied again. But what troubled him most now was figuring out how to write lyrics for his grandmother. He carried the guitar while thinking hard the entire way, but he still could not come up with any lyrics. Without realizing it, he wandered to a certain place. At that moment, a man walked over. He saw the little sailboat holding a guitar, and then he sang out some lyrics.
Guy, girl, and I could go on all day and night, and I do believe that you could too, given half a chance. Girl, what you think?
I think that's the best one.
It was obvious that the boy and the man had known each other before. This place seemed to be their secret meeting spot. After hearing the man's lyrics, the boy finally seemed to get some inspiration for writing songs. When the boy returned home, his father asked him to check the wooden pillar supporting the house. But unexpectedly, a single ant immediately caught the father's attention. The father quickly ran over to inspect it. Afterward, he found a phone number in a notebook. Not long later, a man arrived carrying a box. This man specialized in dealing with termites, but after taking a look, they realized it was only a carpenter ant. After hearing that, the man casually said it did not matter. He had all kinds of solutions for dealing with ants. Then he took out a lizard and introduced it to the father, but the father thought it looked too skinny and did not want to buy it. Seeing this, the man immediately pulled out another lizard, but the father still was not interested. Left with no choice, the man finally brought out his best one. It was a fat, oversized lizard. He claimed this lizard would eat anything, but it would cost a little more. After hearing that, the father immediately told the boy to go home and get the special savings money. Then he bought the lizard on the spot. Afterward, the father tied the lizard next to the wooden pillar with a rope. That way he would not have to worry about carpenter ants chewing through the wood anymore. But before the lizard even had a chance to work, an eagle suddenly swooped down and carried it away. Seeing this, the mother quickly told the boy not to include this incident in the song lyrics for his grandmother. Then she hurriedly pulled him away. Meanwhile, the father stood there frozen with his fists clenched tight. That night, the father sat outside alone for a very long time. The next day, a gunshot rang out. Soon after, the father walked back carrying the eagle. While the boy was still struggling to write lyrics, the rented CD finally arrived in the mail. He brought the CD to school. His friends were fascinated by the colorful reflections coming from it. After the little girl noticed he had the CD, she lent him her Walkman. The boy then sat on a bench wearing headphones and studying the guitar. The CD contained a guitar lesson recording. To everyone's surprise, the boy understood it the very first time he listened to it. Not only did he learn to distinguish musical scales, he could even picture tiny musical notes floating in his mind. Over the following days, the boy kept playing the guitar. He played around the house. He played on the benches at school. He played in his bedroom. No matter where he was, he always held the guitar while singing and playing. All he wanted was to create a song for his grandmother. Not long later, his father's painting was finally completed, and the boy's song was nearly finished as well. He planned to sing it to his grandmother the next time they visited her. That day at school, the boy was still singing and playing his song. At that moment, the little girl from before walked over. That day at school, the boy was still singing and playing his song. Then the girl from before walked over to him. The two of them started talking about music. The boy also told her about his grandmother being sick in the hospital. He explained that he wrote the song for his grandmother lying in that hospital bed. As it happened, he had just finished completing the entire song, so he asked the girl to become his very first listener. The girl felt honored as she listened to him sing and play. She was instantly drawn into the beauty of his song. With her eyes closed, she became completely immersed in the melody. Even the friends playing soccer nearby froze in place after hearing the song. When the performance ended, the girl stared at the boy in shock.
That was the greatest song I've ever heard. The notes were all my memories. The melody was far superior to the Beach Boys, and the words were famous. Nobody knows. I love that song.
After finally completing the whole song, the boy returned home and found his parents. He could not wait to sing the song for his grandmother. But that day, his father had received a message from the hospital. His grandmother's condition had worsened. They would have to wait a while before visiting her again. But the boy only wanted to hurry and sing the song for his grandmother. Seeing this, his mother suggested that he sing it for them first. The boy immediately began to play and sing. The moment he started, both of his parents became completely focused. As his mother listened, tears slowly rolled down her face. His father, meanwhile, was utterly stunned by the song. He stared at his son in disbelief. After the song ended, his father was just about to say something to him when the wooden pillar supporting the house suddenly collapsed. The house instantly began falling apart.
Sabo, is your little guitar okay?
Then the boy and his mother got into the car and used ropes to pull the house back up. Meanwhile, the father searched for the right moment to push the pillar back into place. Once everything was lined up, the father quickly fired his gun as a signal. Only then did they manage to pull the collapsing house back into position. Afterward, the father told the boy that as soon as his grandmother woke up, they would immediately go sing the song for her. Ever since the father heard the boy's song, he had a beautiful dream that very night. He dreamed that he was riding through the open land like a galloping horse. The next day, the father drove the boy to school once again, and the boy still carried the guitar everywhere he went. He would not even put it down while going to the bathroom. That day, the school organized a field trip. The students boarded a school bus under the teacher's supervision, but the children on the bus were noisy and rowdy. The teacher was starting to lose patience. After noticing the guitar in the boy's hands, he asked the boy to sing a song so the students would calm down.
Hey, did you hear me? I said play a little something. Come on, play that little guitar, buddy. Come on, Bo.
The students immediately turned their attention toward the boy, and the boy began singing that song. The moment he opened his mouth, both the teacher and the driver sensed something special. They were instantly captivated by his singing. The other students also quietly listened to the song. Slowly, the driver lifted his foot off the gas pedal. The teacher covered his mouth in shock. Then the driver became so moved that tears streamed down his face. The school bus came to a complete stop. Everyone on the bus was immersed in the boy's song.
What have you done, kid?
After that incident, the boy's song spread everywhere. The driver, the teacher, and the students all believed they had heard something magical, and they shared the story with the people closest to them. They hoped others could hear the boy's song too. Before long, crowds of people began gathering outside the boy's house, and all of them had come for one reason: to hear him sing. The teacher and his girlfriend became completely absorbed in the boy's music. Others began hugging the people closest to them as well. Both the father and mother were stunned by the sight. Only then did they learn from the boy that all those people had come to hear him sing. After hearing the song, the people from earlier that day returned home that night. still thinking about the magical melody. It was as if the song carried some kind of mysterious power. Soon afterwards, students at school began spreading the story from one person to another. The boy's reputation at school instantly exploded. The students admired him like a little celebrity. The teacher even asked whether the boy would perform again that evening. The boy had become the school's very own blues legend. He began performing for his classmates at school. Before he sang the song for his grandmother, everyone had been silent toward him. But after he sang it, everyone was silent toward him once again. Yet clearly those two silences meant completely different things. From that day on, whenever the boy returned home, more and more people would be waiting outside his house, all of them hoping to hear that magical song. Even his mother, who usually avoided seeing people, walked outside carrying a tray of meatballs for the very first time. She handed them out to everyone for free, and everyone who tasted them could not stop praising how delicious they were.
Woo! Man, that is a mighty hot meatball. But it's good, it's real good. Get yourself one. That's a good meatball. Woo! Oh.
But the boy only wanted to sing the song for his grandmother. After all, that was the reason he wrote it in the first place. So one day, he decided to set out on his own. The students and teachers at school were still gathered around the bench, waiting for the boy to come out and sing that song. But no matter how long they waited, he never appeared. Meanwhile, the boy was sitting in the restroom eating meatballs. When the students headed off for gym class, the boy quietly slipped out of the school alone with his guitar. He walked down the road by himself toward the city, because his grandmother was staying in a hospital there. Just then, a man driving by spotted the boy. After learning that the boy was on his way to visit his grandmother in the city, the kind-hearted man offered him a ride since they were headed the same way. When he noticed the guitar in the boy's arms, the man asked him to play a song, but after hearing just one song, the man was completely stunned.
Do you know what I do for a living, kid?
Meanwhile, the father was still waiting outside the school to pick up his son, but the teacher informed him that the boy was not at school. The father assumed his son had gone home early, so he quickly drove back home. But as soon as he arrived, he noticed cars constantly coming and going. A crowd had gathered outside the house, talking excitedly among themselves. They had all come hoping to hear the boy sing. The father hurried inside the house, only to find the mother drenched in sweat while making meatballs. After asking around, he realized even the mother had no idea whether the boy was home. Meanwhile, the boy arrived in the city in the man's car. The man told the boy he could take him to see his grandmother, but before that, he wanted to bring the boy somewhere first, because he believed there were countless people who had spent their whole lives waiting to hear a song like his. The boy agreed, but he asked the man to promise him one condition. Soon the two of them arrived at a radio station. As soon as the man got there, he hurried over to a coworker who was hosting a program. He begged her to spare just a few minutes to hear the boy sing a song, but she flat out refused. She said it was her airtime. Then she immediately kicked the man out. The man returned to the boy feeling defeated. Seeing this, the boy asked the man, "Who you wanting to play?" "Oh, I
feel great, you know. I feel at home down here with you folks.
To those
and
people?
You're in for a treat. We brought the whole band and a couple of surprises.
And then can I go to Abuela?
That'll make you forget a whole
Bruce,
lot about
I
everything.
know what Abella is. I wish I did.
Even before your drought.
Then the people waiting to hear the boy sing suddenly lifted up their radios. At the same time, the radio station staff became captivated by the boy, who had suddenly burst into song. Everyone was completely immersed in his music. The crew quickly moved the recording equipment closer to the boy. In an instant, the song began playing everywhere. Rain suddenly started pouring over the dry and scorching land. Everyone became completely absorbed in the magical song. Many people were captivated the moment they heard it. After finishing the performance at the radio station, the man guided the boy to the hospital. He went straight to his grandmother's bedside. The boy immediately wanted to sing the song for her, but a doctor beside him explained that his grandmother's condition was very serious. She was still unconscious. Even if he sang, she would not be able to hear it. But the boy did not care about any of that. He only wanted to sing the song for his grandmother. Left with no choice, the doctor agreed to his request. The boy gently strummed the guitar strings. The magical melody drifted throughout the hospital room, and at that very moment, his grandmother left this world along with the song. After the performance ended, the doctor was overcome with emotion. At that moment, the boy seemed to understand the answer as well. He placed the guitar beside his grandmother's hospital bed. Then he turned around and walked away. From that day on, he never sang the song he wrote for his grandmother again. But after the radio station discovered the song, they continued sending letters to the boy's family for years afterward. They also regularly sent them money. The father was finally able to use that money to improve their lives. And the man fulfilled the promise he had made to the boy. He installed the back door from his own car onto the father's vehicle. But what that magical song truly sounded like, we will never know. The movie never actually lets us hear it. Even though the song itself is never played, the expressions on the faces of those who heard it are enough to tell us just how healing and beautiful that song truly was.